Elijah, could I have you say and spell your first and last name for me real quick?
Elijah Malone, Elijahmalone.
Okay. And you're a senior for Prairie Heights, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about this Prairie Heights team. You guys had a nice year last year. How do you build off that this year and take it maybe even a step further?
We've all been working really hard in the off season, so our record can only go up from there. So I think we'll do better than we did last year, and we'll see how we grow as a team.
X's and O's wise, where do you see the strengths for Prairie Heights this year?
We got really good shooters. So I can play in the post, and just being able to have guys that can spot up and knock down a shot from anywhere on the court is pretty nice.
As a team, what do you guys think you learned from last year that you can apply this time around?
We can get to the basket like at any time we want, but we can also step out and hit the three if need be. So that's nice. It's nice to have in your arsenal.
You take a look at the NECC. It's a good basketball conference, a deep basketball conference. What do you guys need to do to compete for a championship and maybe bring one home to Prairie Heights?
Be able to run the floor better, like push the ball in transition a little more.
Biggest key for the season for Prairie Heights?
Finding our shooters, knocking down our shots, really. Just playing to what we know we can play, because we can play at a very high level, and that's what we need to play at no matter who we're playing against.
Perfect, my man. I appreciate it. We're about eye to eye, sir. 6 feet. I tried to slide by at 6. I'm not 6 feet tall. Okay, first question is easy. Could I have you say and spell your first and last name for me?
Mikeperkins, Mike Perkins.
Okay, and what class are you at Prairie Heights?
Senior.
Okay. Obviously, you guys had success last year, but I know you guys want to take it a step further. What's the key to bumping it up another level for Prairie Heights this year?
Continuing to play as a team. We work well together already, putting the work in at practice, and just making sure that we don't go into every game thinking that we're going to wipe the floor, but play hard every time.
For you guys, what's the biggest key to competing in the NECC? It's a deep conference. It's a basketball-heavy conference. So what's the key to a conference championship run for you guys?
Don't take anyone lightly. Any team in the NECC can show up on any night, and you just have to have your A game every night and be ready to go.
Not a lot of teams in the NECC have the size of a guy like Elijah in the middle. How does that set up what you guys do, and how do you guys play off him and he plays off you and the perimeter to make you guys an even more difficult team to guard?
You pick your poison, you play through him, and if he's scoring the ball, then we just continue to do so. And then they double down, triple down, kick it out to shooters, and then we do the rest from there. So it's difficult for other teams to guard.
November 11th is first basketball practices, so what's going to be priority number one for you guys when you finally roll out the balls and get together for practice?
Coach is always preaching defense, and I think that's key, to just be able to stay in front of people and making sure that we're playing both ends of the court. Offense comes pretty naturally to us, but we need to make sure we're playing both ends.
Appreciate it, my man. Thank you. All right, Coach. Let me grab you real quick. Okay. All right, Coach. When you take a look at this Prairie Heights success last year, but I know you want to take it to another level this coming season, what's the key to doing that for this Prairie Heights team?
Well, we're returning 3 lettermen from last year. The 2 that we lost, played big roles, and that's going to be the key, is how quickly can we fill those roles. I think we got some kids there that can do it. The 3 that are returning really have improved this summer, so that'll help bring the other 2 along. So
you got a big guy like Elijah Malone in the middle. It kind of sets up what you do offensively, defensively. How does that make you guys tough to guard and tough to score against night in and night out in the NECC?
Oh, well, we want teams to have to stop him first. But then, we got such great shooters from outside. Again, that's where we've improved. Brandon Chrisley and Mike Perkins both have improved tremendously from shooting. And, that's what we want you to do first. We want you to start Elijah first. And after that, then, like Mike said, you pick your poison. So
when you take a look at the NECC, top to bottom, a tough conference, a deep conference, a conference that knows basketball. So what is it going to take for you guys to compete for a conference championship, see your guy, towards the end of the season in that conference title?
Well, last year everybody was new. My first year, kids hadn't had a lot of success. It took us a little while to get to know each other, what I wanted from them defensively. And as the season went on, they gained confidence. And, as our season goes along, it seems like the teams that are at the top every year in our conference were at the end of the year, so that kind of helped us out. We did play Fairfield early, played them close, and that kind of gave them some confidence. But in our conference, you're right, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
November 11th, when the balls roll out for the first time, what is priority number one for Prairie Heights?
Getting back to the fundamentals, honestly, is, when you get into summertime, you get a little lax in the fundamentals, and I think when the 11th rolls around, that's what we're going to do for a couple weeks. So
Appreciate it, Coach.